Welcome to episode 85 of Learn and Teach American English with Maestro Sersea podcast. We have been absent for a few good months, but rest assured, we're back and ready to help you learn and teach American English with new weekly episodes. Today we will learn about American culture, in particular, American etiquette and social norms for newcomers. Then, we will continue covering VOA vocabulary, focusing on letter V, Part 1. Then, we will begin learning about writing compound sentences, one of 4 types of sentences in the English language. And finally, we will introduce you to Maestro Sersea's music podcast, a great way to enjoy music and learn English with songs and analysis of song lyrics. Thank you all for learning American English with us. We're here to support you improve your skills and knowledge. Ready to begin? Okay, let's go.
Essential American etiquette and social norms for newcomers. Moving to the United States can be exciting but also challenging. Americans have specific social rules that may be different from your home country. This guide will help you understand the most important etiquette and social norms in American culture. Greetings and introductions. In the USA, people usually shake hands when they meet someone for the first time. The handshake should be firm but not too strong. Make eye contact and smile. When you meet friends or people you know well, you can say hi or hello. Some friends may hug, but a handshake is always safe and appropriate. Americans often use first names, even with people they just met. If someone says, "Call me John," you should use their first name, not Mr. or Mrs. This is normal and not disrespectful in American culture. Personal space and physical contact. Americans value personal space. When talking to someone, stand about an arm's length away, about 60 to 90 centimeters. Standing too close may make people uncomfortable. Americans do not touch others very much in public. Avoid touching someone's arm, shoulder, or back unless you know them well. In professional settings, keep physical contact to a minimum. Punctuality, being on time. In the United States, being on time is very important. If you have an appointment, a job interview, or a meeting, you should arrive on time or even 5 to 10 minutes early. If you are going to be late, call or send a message to let people know. For social events like parties or dinners at someone's home, it is okay to arrive 10 to 15 minutes after the start time. However, do not arrive more than 15 minutes late without calling first. Small talk and conversation. Americans often make small talk, light, friendly conversation about general topics. Common small talk topics include the weather, sports, weekend plans, hobbies. Small talk is a way to be friendly and build relationships. Even if it seems unnecessary, participating in small talk is an important social skill in American culture. Topics to avoid. Some topics are considered too personal or sensitive for casual conversation. Avoid asking about someone's age, how much money someone earns, someone's weight, political views, unless you know the person well, religious beliefs, unless you know the person well. It is also unpolite to ask someone how much did that cost, about their clothes, car, or house. Direct communication. Americans typically communicate in a direct way. They often say exactly what they mean. If an American says no, thank you, it means no. You do not need to ask again. At work, people speak directly about problems and give direct feedback. This is not rude, it is the normal way of communicating in American professional culture. Saying please, thank you, and excuse me. Americans use polite words very often. Always say please when you ask for something. Thank you when someone helps you or gives you something. Excuse me when you need to pass by someone or get someone's attention. I'm sorry or excuse me if you bump into someone accidentally. Using these words is very important in American culture, even in small situations. Tipping culture. Tipping is expected in the United States. In restaurants, you should tip 15 to 20% of the bill before tax. You also tip taxi or rideshare drivers, 15 to 20%. Hairdressers, 15 to 20%. Food delivery, 15 to 20%. Hotel housekeeping, $2 to $5 per day. The tip is not included in the price, so you must add it. Service workers depend on tips as part of their income. Waiting in lines, queues. When waiting for service at a store, bank, or bus stop, Americans form a line and wait their turn. Never push ahead or cut in front of others in line. This is considered very rude. If you are not sure where the line starts, you can ask, "Is this the end of the line?" Restaurant etiquette. In American restaurants, the server will bring you a menu and come to take your order. It is normal to ask questions about the food. You can ask, "What do you recommend?" or "Is this dish spicy?" Do not call the server by saying "hey" or snapping your fingers. Instead, make eye contact and raise your hand slightly, or wait for them to return to your table. When you finish eating, the server will bring the bill, also called the check. You can pay at the table. Remember to add your tip. Work culture. American workplace culture values independence and speaking up. It is normal to ask questions if you do not understand something. Share your ideas in meetings. Take initiative without waiting to be told what to do. Being busy is often seen as positive. Americans may ask "How are you?" and expect a brief answer like "Good, how about you?" rather than a detailed explanation. Friendliness does not always mean close friendship. Americans are often friendly and may smile at strangers, but this does not always mean they want to be close friends. People might say we should get together sometime, as a polite expression, not a real invitation. If someone wants to make specific plans, they will suggest a particular day and time. Privacy and personal questions. Americans value privacy. Do not ask someone you just met about their marital status, whether they have children, or why they do not. Medical conditions. Family problems. Wait until you know someone better before discussing these topics. Shoes in the house. This varies by household. Some Americans wear shoes inside their homes, while others remove them. When you visit someone's home, look to see if there are shoes by the door. If you are not sure, you can ask, "Should I take off my shoes?" Final thoughts. Cultural adaptation takes time. Do not worry if you make mistakes. Most Americans understand that you are learning their customs. If you are unsure about what to do in a situation, it is okay to politely ask. People usually appreciate that you want to learn and respect their culture. Remember, these are general guidelines. The United States is diverse, and customs may vary by region, workplace, and individual preferences. Observe the people around you and adapt to the specific culture of your community. Vocabulary help. Etiquette. Rules for polite behavior. Norm. Something that is typical or expected. Firm. Strong and solid. Punctuality. Being on time. Small talk. Light, casual conversation. Direct. Saying exactly what you mean. Initiative. Starting action without being told. Privacy. Keeping personal information to yourself.
Letter B vocabulary. Baby and a newly born creature. Back end, the part behind the front. Add. The other way from forward. Bacteria and living things that are one cell and can be seen only through a microscope. Some cause disease. Bad. Add. Wrong, acting against the law, not good. Balance, V, to make two sides or forces equal. Ball in something round. Balloon and a device of strong, light material that rises when filled with gas lighter than air. Ballot in, a piece of paper used for voting. Ban V, to not permit, to stop, an official restriction. Bank an organization that keeps and lends money. Bar V, to prevent or block. Barrier N, anything that blocks or makes an action difficult. Base in a military center V, to establish as a fact her research was based on experiments. battle in a fight between opposing armed forces. BV to live, to happen, to exist. Beat V to hit again and again. Beauty in that which pleases the eye, ear, or spirit. Because prep. For the reason that he left because he was sick. Become V to come to be. Bed and a sleeping place. Before prep, earlier. Begin, V, to do the first part of an action, to start. Behavior N, the way in which a person or animal acts. The child's behavior was bad because he fought with other children. Behind, add. At the back of, in back of. Believe V, to think, to feel sure of, to accept as true, to trust. Letter B sentences. The baby is sleeping peacefully in the crib. Please sit in the back of the classroom. Bacteria can cause infections if not treated properly. Stealing money is a bad thing to do. Try to balance work and family time effectively. The children played with a red rubber ball. The hot air balloon floated across the sky. Mark your choice on the ballot paper. The government will ban smoking in public places. She deposits money at the local bank. Security guards bar entry to unauthorized persons. The fence is a barrier between the two properties. The military base houses thousands of soldiers. The battle lasted for 3 days and nights. I want to be a doctor when I grow up. The drummer will beat the rhythm steadily. The sunset has incredible beauty and colors. He left early because he felt sick. She will become a teacher after graduation. It's time to go to bed and sleep. Please arrive before 6 o'clock for dinner. School will begin next Monday morning. His behavior in class needs significant improvement. The cat is hiding behind the large tree. I believe that education is very important.
Compound sentences, a complete guide. Definition. A compound sentence is a sentence that contains two or more independent clauses, complete thoughts, that are joined together using coordinating conjunctions, semicolons, or conjunctive adverbs. Each independent clause in a compound sentence could stand alone as a complete sentence, but they are connected because they express related ideas. Structure and components. Independent clauses. An independent clause contains a subject, who or what the sentence is about, a predicate, what the subject does or is,
a complete thought that can stand alone.
methods of joining independent clauses.
1. Coordinating conjunctions, fanboys. For and nor.
But or yeah.
So,
Use a comma before the coordinating conjunction.
Pattern. Independent clause plus coordinating conjunction plus independent clause. 2 semicolons. Used when the independent clauses are closely related. Pattern. Independent clause plus independent clause. 3 conjunctive adverbs. Words like however, therefore, meanwhile, furthermore, consequently. Pattern. Independent clause plus conjunctive adverb plus independent clause. Examples by method. Using coordinating conjunctions.
The rain stopped and the sun came out.
I wanted to go to the movies, but all the tickets were sold out.
We can order pizza or we can cook dinner at home.
Using semicolons. The concert was amazing. The band played all their hit songs. Sarah loves to read mystery novels. Her favorite author is Agatha Christie. Using conjunctive adverbs. The weather forecast predicted snow. However, it remained sunny all day. Tom studied hard for the exam. Therefore, he felt confident about his performance. 10 compound sentence examples. The library was crowded, so I decided to study at home instead.
Maria loves chocolate ice cream. Her brother prefers vanilla. The team practiced every day, yet they still lost the championship game.
We can take the highway to get there faster, or we can enjoy the scenic route through the mountains. The restaurant received excellent reviews. However, the service was disappointing when we visited. Jake forgot his umbrella, and he got completely soaked in the sudden downpour. The movie was 3 hours long. Nevertheless, it kept the audience engaged throughout.
I wanted to call you earlier, but my phone battery had died.
The garden looked beautiful in spring. The flowers bloomed in vibrant colors everywhere. She could pursue a career in medicine, or she could follow her passion for art and become a painter. Common mistakes to avoid. Comma splices. Incorrect. I love reading. I go to the library every week. Correct. I love reading, so I go to the library every week. Run-on sentences. Incorrect. The cat sat on the windowsill. It watched the birds outside. Correct. The cat sat on the windowsill, and it watched the birds outside. Missing commas with coordinating conjunctions. Incorrect. The sun was setting and the sky turned orange. Correct. The sun was setting and the sky turned orange. Practice tips. Identify independent clauses by checking if each part could stand alone as a complete sentence.
Choose the right connector based on the relationship between your ideas.
Use proper punctuation, comma before coordinating conjunctions, semicolon before conjunctive adverbs. Vary your sentence structure by mixing compound sentences with simple and complex sentences for better writing flow. Mastering compound sentences will help you express complex ideas clearly and create more sophisticated, engaging writing. We invite you to subscribe and listen to Maestro Sersea's Music Podcast, the official podcast of music producer and music aficionado Ioan Elvis Sersea, M.A.T. aka Maestro Sersea, who has published tens of albums and hundreds of songs on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and all major music streaming platforms throughout the world. In this podcast, we will share insights into Maestro Sersea's music and musical inspirations. We will discuss musical themes, music albums, songs, lyrics, news, and much more. Visit our official website at https://sersea.music. From socialist Romania to American educator to prolific multi-genre music producer. Ioan Elvis Sersea, M.A.T. aka Maestro Sersea, has fused his love of music with his love of teaching by producing numerous songs with deep lyrics focusing on love, liberty, democracy, core values, wisdom, and faith. Born and raised in socialist Romania and deeply disillusioned with collectivism and government corruption, he focused on music, inspired by his father, a prolific musician, and the few years he spent at the prestigious George Enescu School of Music. After emigrating with his family to the United States of America, he became an American English teacher. Now semi-retired, he enjoys his hobbies, creating and publishing music, podcasts, and teaching American English in college and his private online language school. A firm believer in the motto, Amor vincit omnia, Maestro Sersea produces learning resources for American English learners and transformative music available worldwide. Click on the link in the description section below to access, enjoy, and learn with Maestro Sersea Music Podcast today. Thank you for listening to our podcast episode today, and we look forward to you joining us again each week for new episodes for learning and teaching American English. This podcast is one of several podcasts created and published by Ioan Elvis Sersea, a semi-retired American English educator based in California, USA. In addition to publishing numerous American English educational resources, he's also a prolific music producer, with music albums published on all major music streaming services, including Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and many more. Look for music by Maestro Sersea, and you won't be disappointed. Check out our comments section below to access his music online. Best wishes, everyone.